We chose Ideal Siding after shopping around and checking with a lot of the companies in the area because they, I think, had the best package, the best outlook on what they could do for us. And Kevin really cared about doing it the right way. What material was going to last the seasons, took into account the amount of sun and shade and the kind of weather we're dealing with. And yeah, it was really convincing when it came to what they could do for us, and was just very direct and clear about the process and the timeline that it would take to get the job done. It just was appreciated, and he kind of dealt with things in a direct way, and again wanted to do it correctly rather than just to get the job done. I contacted Ideal Siding through their website and quickly got, a standard answer, but then was quickly picked up by Kevin and his team, who did a great job of reaching out, making sure of what I wanted, working with my schedule. I'm a teacher, and so my schedule is pretty locked in. I can't take time off in the middle of the day, and he was able to make time and come out here late in the evening to meet me and talk about the project. Communication was clear. He was giving me updates on the schedule. We had a lot of rain in the forecast for those weeks, and I got a text every morning letting me know what the plan was, updating me on how things were changing, making sure that I knew everything and anything that was going on. I think one of the greatest things too, as a teacher, my budget's pretty well set, and I can only kind of make so much work, and Kevin was willing and able to work with me around those constraints and talk me through what things to kind of pay attention to, and we made the project work within my budget, and he did a great job taking care of me. Kevin and his team did a great job working us through the entire event. He made sure that communication was clear, from me getting the initial email into his response and working with me to figure out budget and scope of work. He was able to come here later in the evening to work around my schedule, talk me through anything that needed to be. He left samples here for me to take a look at the different materials and colors. And then once work started, was clear with text messages to let me know how the schedule might be changing based off of the weather. Was on top of the team, making sure that all the finishing touches were done well, that all the things incorporated well. Even when we found that the siding didn't meet up well with the windows, went above and beyond to figure out how to get the casings in the windows to fit with the new siding that was getting put on, and make sure that it blended well and that the house was weather secure. Did final check-ins, made sure everything was good, made sure I was happy, and even now, with any little thing that comes up, I can contact him and it's handled very quickly. It's been excellent to work with the company and him and his team. We're really pleased with the quality of the craftsmanship that they did on this house. When they were taking the old siding off, when any, old rotted wood or any kind of inconsistency was discovered, we had a conversation about it. And even Kevin made the point before I did of they don't want to put new material on something that isn't high quality. So even the things that were unseen are taken care of and done appropriately when they were approaching the work. And to me, that speaks a lot about what they do. Of course, the craftsmanship and the house itself now is beautiful, but it means a lot more to me that it's done right. Even the invisible work is appropriately done. But after the job was done, the time spent caulking and sealing all the gaps and taking care of every little bit of detailing was really important to me and really makes the work top-notch. If someone were looking for a company to do siding work, I would definitely take a look at Ideal Siding. I feel like their pricing was competitive to the other quotes that I got. The work is top-notch. The communication is great. It's, everything that I think you would want in a team doing this big of a job to take care of something as important to you as your house. I'd really just like to thank Kevin and everybody for making this work. Between meeting me at my budget, to the quality of the work, to future plans as we think about addressing replacing the gables and taking care of that, even just talking about what this could look like, what it'll be, availability, talking about the job itself, the scope, what's going to be best for the house, what's going to be best for the longevity of the project. It was just a great experience through and through, and really kind of spoke to the quality of their work. I just appreciate all the effort, all the communication, and all the kind of teamwork to put this together and make sure I got what I needed in the kind of time frame and budget that I could accomplish. It was a great experience. Thank you.